What's good, YouTube? Got your four horsemen back for a little bit of a different sport. I think we did college football earlier in the year. We kind of branched away a little bit. We kind of got busy, but I'm super pumped for this personally. I'm a huge college football fan. I think this is very cool. Obviously, they got to fix it up a little bit. Some teams shouldn't have got buys, but don't want to waste anyone's time. Let's get right started into it. Indiana, Notre Dame. So all these games are going to be played at their home turf. So make sure you guys know that when you're placing your bets. So this game is going to be at Notre Dame. The spread is -7.5. Over 51.5. Anyone want to take it over?
I can go first. Fuck it. At first I was a little confused. I was confused with the pick. As I started looking at the bracket, I like Notre Dame to win this. I like their head coach. I like their offense. I like their defense. I love Jeremiah Love. I think they're the better team. I think that front on the defensive end and the front and the offensive end is going to be a difference maker at home. I got Notre Dame.
You got anything, Ralph?
Yeah, I'm going with Dave on this one too. I like Notre Dame too. I don't know if they cover. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if they. Yeah, I don't know if they cover. But I do like them to win. I also like the under in this game. I think if Notre Dame controls the game, it's not going to be a high scoring game.
For sure.
So at 51.5, I feel like that's a bit high.
And like you said, Dave, like Notre Dame's a better team. I think it's the first time ever they've been in a situation in like a playoff ever that they've been the better team. So I'm gonna give you all a little bit of stats. Indiana is the second highest scoring team. Indiana is also fourth highest scoring defense on defense. So obviously Indiana is going to come to play. The one team that did play, Ohio State, compass-wise, we saw what happened. They got smoked. So with that, it's kind of a tough game with the 7.5, but I am leaning towards Notre Dame. I'm kind of with you on that. It's kind of a stay-away game. I think it's going to be a fun one. But like you said, I think that under is a good play then. I think both teams are going to come out a little bit nervous. Both defenses are solid. And like you said, if Notre Dame gets the lead, I think ideally that's going to happen. You get a 10-point lead, they're just going to want to keep on leaning on them and just end the game out.
Start running the pool. Yeah, and to go with what you said, cool. A lot of people also do look at Notre Dame's strength of schedule. Wasn't the best.
But then they also beat Texas A&M at the crib. Obviously, it wasn't the same team they had the whole year, but that was a solid team in the SEC. So if you want to base it off that, that's something you can look at.
Right. And you also got to remember that Notre Dame quarterback was hurt for like 70% of the season so far. So I think he's finally getting back in his groove. He's healthy. I think that's going to be a difference maker in them even going further in the playoffs is him and his using his league. So,
but one more player for Notre Dame, their running back, Love. He does not get talked about at all. He's nice as fuck. I think he can go crazy. Yeah, he can go nice as fuck. He's a player to watch. If you're able to bet player props, his touchdowns odds are going to be shot. But if you can get like a live bet or something, I would definitely take him.
Yeah, we don't get them Aaron PAs. I want to know. What? Next game, SMU.
Let's go.
Penn State, baby.
Here we go.
Whiteout and Happy Valley. James Franklin, if you lose, you're getting the fuck out. I promise you that.
It's your first year being a fan, and now you're already saying get the fuck out.
You staying for your you're staying for your senior year. You're a bitch. I need you to get the fuck out. I hate him. I'm tired of him. I hate him.
Rafi, what's your thoughts on Drew?
High on him right now.
What are your thoughts on Drew?
Literally high.
I actually thought that he made a mistake in going back for his senior year. I think while people's like opinion of him is high, he should have declared now because he would have been one of those project QBs drafted in the top 15, 100%.
I don't know about top 15, maybe second round. I'm gonna stay on this hill till I die.
I've heard some crazy shit on Twitter. I'll tell you.
Listen. When we recruited him, he was a 5-star. I said he's the next Josh Allen. I'm gonna die on that hill. I swear to God. I think he really has potential. You gotta look who he's throwing the ball to. I promise you. We finally had a good offense where he started throwing the ball down the field. He has a cannon. He has the size. Who
the fuck is Cam Ward throwing to? Xavier Restrepo, bro?
Compared to Penn State, y'all got way more weapons, in my opinion.
It's about fucking actually
forget about Tyler Warren.
I'm not saying Cam Ward's not better than him. I think Cam Ward's 100% better than him, but I think he has potential to be Josh Allen. But
I think
size wise,
Warren is a better receiver than anybody on Miami, probably.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Let's get into the picks.
You already know I got Penn State advancing, man. I do like SMU plus 8.5. I don't think that Penn State covers his 8.5 spread. They're going to be home, but as a Penn State fan, they never blow nobody out. They always win by the neck of a hair, whatever the fuck the saying is. and I think they advance, but minus 8.5, 9 points. I don't see that happening.
And that's where I'm going to say false, brother. I'm going to take lock of the week minus 8.5, and I'm also going to take FanDuel usually does a special where it's like win by 14 plus. SMU, they're from Dallas, Texas. I'm telling you right now, people like don't think weather's a huge thing. They're going to be cold as fuck once they actually get popped in the mouth. And if the thing is, if they get the lead Penn State, they can lean on this team heavy. Clemson's D line isn't. They have a good D line, but Penn State probably is like a top 5.
SMU.
No, I'm saying like when it went against Clemson though.
Oh, okay.
Their O line got ate up. I mean, they were down like 20 at half right off the rip. Penn State, they should get to the quarterback the whole game. I think Penn State's going to kill them. I'm being biased, but I can see him running up the score on this team.
And I think I'm going to be the surprising one here, and I'm actually going to agree with Cole, and I think they are going to cover the 8.5. Yeah. Let's talk about what Cole said about the cold weather. So let's look at the away games that SMU played this year. At Nevada, beginning of the season, you know it's hot. Louisville, it's hot. Stanford, not deep enough into the season for it to be cold out there yet. And Virginia, also hot. They haven't played a single cold game.
The only cold game they played was in Charlotte, and that was last week, and they looked like they were freezing their ass off in Charlotte. Yeah, it's going to be in the mountains of Pennsylvania, bro. It's going to be like 20 at kickoff, and it's going to feel even colder than that.
I'm not going to – I think they do cover, but at the same time, I wouldn't say that that's my lock of the week. I'd say –
that's my lock of the week, personally.
I think Penn State's going to win. I also think the over is going to hit. SMU has a fantastic offense. We saw it again. We saw it against Clemson. Even when they were down, they came back, stormed back. Their offense is going to score points against anybody. I just think Penn State's going to run it with them.
Penn State defense is real good, but next game is going to be a good one. If y'all ready to move on, we got Clemson at Texas. Texas minus 11.5. I don't want to go first. I'd rather Cole go first.
Boy, I know anything already.
You got some Rafi. I mean, I really don't got too many picks for this game. It makes everything sense for Texas, but I think you said before we talked about it, like Texas just hasn't capitalized. So it's like you want to take them, but 11.
I'm not touching the spread. Yeah. I'm not touching the spread in this game, and at the same time, over under is kind of like in the middle. I think the over will hit on that too, but I wouldn't be something that I'm crying to go bet. I think Texas is gonna win. I don't know how.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I mean, like I said, the matchups is fuck for Clemson. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. Texas had like a top 10 rush defense the whole year. And Clemson's whole year this year has been based off their quarterback making the big-time plays. And Texas really hasn't give up big plays at all. They have a really fast defense.
Great defense.
Yeah, so for this, I like Clemson to win this game. I also like their plus 11.5.
Wait, you're taking a money line?
Yeah.
What's the odds on that?
Plus 340.
But it was hard for me to pick this because I watched Clemson a couple of times, before back-to-back weeks, shit the bed, play terribly. But I also watched Texas lose a few games.
Shit the bed too.
Yeah, not look that good. Only thing is this: if Archie Manning is starting,
he's not going to start. I think if he's smart, he's going to put him in the game more, though. You have to. He's just like a difference maker.
Yeah, I told Rafa before we started. I said the reason I'm taking Clemson, I feel like their organization and their head coach is made for moments like this. This is when they shine. So I think Texas
in the past.
Yeah, but I think it's the coach though. I feel like it all starts with that It all starts with your identity and your organization, who you got leading your team. He's not gonna go out there and just get bent over now. So
pause.
That's why I picked Clemson. I like mainly the head coach, and then I just feel like both teams. This is a soft spot. But next game, I feel like we got to battle some big dogs. Tennessee at Ohio State. This is gonna be a good one. I can start it off if you want.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I go out for that one.
Ohio State, for me, they hadn't looked the best this season. They should have been better. Their O-line is a little banged up, so they've been moving them pieces around. They look pretty terrible. Tennessee, I think they win this game. I think it's going to be a crazy upset, 7 versus 6. I think Tennessee wins. I think a huge part going to be that D-line for Tennessee. And I think that I don't know about that spread, but I think you could take even Tennessee like -2.5.
Plus
I
seven and a
like it.
half.
You
This guy's
dropping
like,
the fucking kahoonies.
yeah, this guy plus 7.5. This guy's like, oh, you know what? Fuck it, give points.
Yeah, you're not biased in the Penn State hoodie at all either.
I don't mind
I'm
Ohio State. I don't got no beef with them. I think Tennessee is very underlooked.
I actually am with Dave on this one. I'm not saying go get points, but take the spread or like
Let my
take the
shit
spread
hang.
or even like sprinkle on the money line. And my one reason only is that Will Howard is ass.
Yeah, I got a person vendetta against him after he did that corny shit versus Penn State. Like, we didn't want you in the first place. So, and then Ohio State didn't want you. Kent State got you. Then you transferred in. It's like, relax, buddy. I know you're from Pennsylvania, but our quarterback stunk and we still didn't even fucking recruit.
Like, you was down the road and we sent you packing. Fuck out of here. But
I'm with y'all in Tennessee. I'm with y'all in Tennessee heavy. Actually, that's my other lock of the week is they're up plus 7.5. I also think I'm gonna sprinkle, I'll probably put a whole unit on their money line. Honestly, my biggest thing is like you said, Dave. Their O line, Ohio State's been banged up the whole year. They're still super banged up. Tennessee, you always think these past couple of years they got this high flying offense. It's the complete opposite now. They got a top 3 defense, amazing defensive line. I think they're gonna get after a quarterback. They're gonna stop the run, and like you said, if it's in Will Howard's hand, give me Tennessee.
Also, I want to throw in before we end this video. I also think that Ohio State cornerbacks are pretty weak. Usually, like years in the past, they got good corners. I think this year they're a little mediocre, and Tennessee got some good receivers. So I feel like Tennessee are better in a couple fields, and it's an SEC team. So
the biggest thing is they got a freshman quarterback though. You just can't make mistakes in a big game like this. It's going to be a very tough road game. Obviously, it's going to be cold. Tennessee gets cold. Obviously, not as cold as Ohio, but I don't think it's big as like a disadvantage as SMU as Penn State, for the weather. But
I think they'll be all right.
I think they'll be all right. They're used to like a little bit chillier.
Mm.
But I'm super pumped for this. Like we said, first time ever they're ever doing this. Like we said, go Penn State though. Obviously, that's who we're rooting for. We're gonna come out with a bracket, but who you rooting for, Rafi, personally?
To win the entire thing,
or who you just want to see do good? Who's the team you're gonna pick? So obviously you're a Miami guy, so.
I have no personal connection to any of these fucking people, and like I was, I think it's an exciting playoff. I think it's an exciting playoff. I think it's an exciting playoff because it's like not exactly all of the teams that you would expect to be in this type of situation, but at the same time, like, do I even want to pick someone here? Like, I don't know, Oregon, but like they're the number 1 seed. Do I want to root for the number 1 seed? No. So I don't know. I don't have a favorite. So I think you should.
Fair enough.
Because I really don't.
You look like you could be like the coach's son. Root for Notre
Dame. You could be the Notre Dame.
Look like they could be your pop. I'm not gonna lie.
Marcus Freeman.
I actually, if there's one team I don't like here, it is Notre Dame, and
I can't blame you. I don't like Notre Dame either.
It's just because I grew up in an area where a bunch of people were just randomly Notre Dame fans, and I'm like, why?
That Catholics versus the Catholics.
County, New York, like.
I was gonna say y'all hated Notre Dame back in the day, before we even were alive.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Fuck they don't mean shit to me.
You have no ties. You might as well come over to Penn State.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'd rather root for Boise State. They're never gonna win though.
But
all right,
well, now we're coming out with a little bracket for y'all. Then predictions. Just gonna see what we got. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what y'all placing in the comments. Good luck to everyone betting. Let's get some fucking money. Love y'all. Peace.